This time on Scott's Garage, we're going to build a shadow box out of an old pallet I found on the street. Hello and welcome to Scott's Garage, Arizona edition. This is actually my dad's garage. He's nice enough to let me use it while I'm visiting him. And today what we're going to do is build a shadow box. You can see a better picture of it right here. Have it some plans here that I got from Autodesk. And what I did is I found a pallet while I was walking Willie, brought it home. I took it all apart, so I'm going to spare you all that. So in the last few pallet projects that I've done, I've had to take apart pallets, and I've learned a lot of better ways of doing that. It's not easy, generally, to take apart a pallet. And so I've tried a lot of ways of like prying them off and sawing the edges and all that, and just beating it apart with a hammer. What you tend to do is you tend to break up your pieces, so you end up with a bunch of scrap wood instead of bigger pieces that you can deal with. In this case, what I did is I took my Sawzall and I just sort of pried up the corner a little bit, and then I Sawzalled the nails, and then was able to pry them off and get some pretty good wood that way. But what that did is that left all the nails in the wood, which I have to take out now. So this is what I'm talking about here, where I have the nails that are left in here. Some of them came out, which was nice, and other ones were left in. So I think what I'm going to do is just take a punch and a hammer and just try to knock these out. Let's see how this works. There we go. And then they come right out. So we'll just do that like 10,000 more times. So I've removed all the nails from all these pieces, and what I did is I sorted them to put the best edge on one side so I can run them all down the table saw, and the best edge will be here. And according to the plan, we're going to rip these to 2 3/4 inches. So then for the top and bottoms, we want to cut 2 pieces at 23 3/4. So the 2 side pieces are 10 1/4 long, and I think I can get one piece out of this. This has a big crack in it, so I don't really want to use that. And so what I'm going to do is try to take 10 1/4 out of this, but then find sort of a partner that's the same thickness, so I can have my same thickness on both sides. All right, so that's 2 sides. We've got the sides and we've got the top and bottom. Okay, what next? Now we need 5 pieces. No, we need the center piece. So what we're going to do is let's set this up on the table right here. Let's set this up like it's going to be. I guess I could just set this up and measure it, because there's a center piece that goes right down the center. So it's a little bit smaller than the end pieces. All right. That looks pretty good. Ooh. Okay, so now this has 5 dividers, 2 at the top and 3 at the bottom. I'm going to make them all the same size. But what is that size? So we have I don't think we need to worry about that. So if we just took this, which is 10 1/4, minus the thickness of this, which is half, so that's 9 3/4, divided by 2, because I'm going to top and bottom. So whatever that is, that's the dimension we need to work to. Yeah, so I figured 4 7/8 is what it should be, and measuring it out looks just about right. So I need 5 pieces at 4 7/8. So what I'll do is just measure the first one, and then I'll just cut the rest of them all to that dimension. All right, this is a nice piece. If I just cut that off and then do a 4 7/8, I could probably get a few of them out of this. Okay, I think we have all of our pieces now. Let's do some assembly. Some assembly required. All right, so I have all the pieces cut out. Just a matter of kind of fitting them into place. Let's do this assembly first, and then we'll try and fit in our individual dividers after that. All right, and let's try to do the center section. All right, I like it. That looks pretty cool. Rustic. That's the key word, rustic. Okay, so for the top, it's 2, so I need to divide it into 3. The bottom, it's 3, so I need to divide it into 4. 23 3/4 divided by 4. Shoot, I don't know what that is. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3. Let's see if any of these fit. And I've got Dad's 5-gallon bucket of glue here. The weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life, but he's got a big, well, I guess it's a 3-gallon bucket and it's glue. And then you just open the top and you just get a brush and you brush it on. And that's how it works. And these two top ones are going to be 23 3/4 divided by 3. Okay, what's that? Okay, so let's just make that 8 to make it easy. How about that?
Anything else for her I need to help you with?
No, it's going good.
Hey, the glue working out okay?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a little bit kind of hard to deal with the brush and the bucket and all that, but make do. Is that the way you did all your woodworking projects? Is
Yep.
with a big bucket of glue in this?
Yep.
Okay. Well, all right. I think that came out pretty good. I'm just gonna brush some glue in the corners to give it a little bit more strength. But I think that's just about nice. May give it a little bit of a sand just to make it look a bit nicer. But I think that was a cool little fun project. And I've got a lot of wood left over. So I might think about doing another project with the leftover wood. So that just about does it here on Scott's Garage. Hope you had a good time watching this. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. All right, so we got this back into the shop in Garden Grove, back from Dad's house, which we had a good time there. What I did is I just took some of this putty and filled some of the holes around here. Probably didn't need to, but I thought it might look better. Now I'm going to get out the sander, and we're going to give this a quick sand, and then maybe a coat of finish, and we'll be all done. Now what I think we're going to do is I think I'm going to run this through the planer. If I just took a little cut off both sides on the planer, I think it might really flatten it up. All right, so I'm just going to kind of adjust this so it's just going to touch. There we go. Now I'll just start cranking that thing down and we'll do each side. So I think the last thing I'm going to do is just do a little bit of hand sanding in here. Just where the sander can't really go. And we'll just sand this off and then I think we'll be ready for some finish. I think in terms of finish, I'm just going to do this Bear Stain and Poly in One. It's sort of a light oak and it'll give it some color and protection. Now the last thing about hanging this is you can really just put a couple of nails in the wall and then just hang this right on the wall like that. And then put in your little knickknacks and stuff. Should be nice. Oh, hello. You caught me doing one of my favorite things. Putting these lovely keepsakes and reminders in my new window box. I love the rustic look of it. It's a good thing. So I really enjoyed building this. It's fun to have places for all the little things. I remember putting this on my e-bike. That was a fun project. Or maybe our little pipes that we made. That was interesting. And then, of course, we have some Steelers things. Just a few things that remind me of different events and projects. I really like it. I think this came out great, and I think you should make one too. Anyway,